Hello everyone, this is SoupaSoka, and today we're talking about the Nostalrius team and a new project that they're coming out with. So if you don't know, Nostalrius is a private group of people. I think they're actually located in France for the most part, but they do have people all over the world, and what they've done is released two very good, very fun World of Warcraft servers, vanilla World of Warcraft servers. And this is known as the Nostalrius Begins PvP server and the Nostalrius Begins PvE server. So like I said, they're vanilla servers. So basically, they don't have any expansions, they're just the base set of World of Warcraft. And they're releasing content over time, and right now they're up to Zul'Gurub, and next up will be Ankarash 20 and 40. So that's the team. They've done a lot of good work. I really enjoy playing on their servers, and you can see a lot of my videos on my YouTube channel. But recently, as of the very end of February 2016, they've announced that they're working on the Burning Crusade, a private server for that. So the Burning Crusade, if you don't know what this was, it was the first expansion released for the World of Warcraft. It was released, if I remember right, the very beginning of 2007 or very end of 2006. And what this expansion brought to the game was a few major changes. First of all, a new continent was created called Outland, where most people spent their time once they hit level 60 in this expansion. And along the way, this also brought two new races, the Draenei, and the Blood Elves. And the Blood Elves are for the Horde, and the Draenei are for the Alliance. And it also moved the level cap up to level 70 from 60. It introduced flying mounts. It included some PvP arenas, so it did a little bit to overhaul the person-versus-person system. In vanilla World of Warcraft, the person-versus-person system didn't have a lot to it yet, and so they slowly started making incremental improvements or changes, maybe not improvements, starting with the Burning Crusade. And finally, maybe the most interesting thing is that Paladins became available for the Horde, and Shaman became available for the Alliance. So if you play modern live World of Warcraft, you know that you can play Paladin or Shaman on either faction. But that actually wasn't always the case. In vanilla WoW you couldn't do that. So this is one of the changes that will come with the Burning Crusade. So that's the base of what the Burning Crusade brings to the table. But then the Nostalrius team, what they're doing is they are going to make a new server, at least one new server, with the Burning Crusade. It's going to run on the 2.43 client. And they said that they're going to do a PvE and PvP server initially, but then they had another comment later on from one of the game masters that said it's unknown whether they will do a PvP Burning Crusade server or PvE. My speculation is they will 100% do a PvP server. The PvE server may come at a later date or may not come at all, but definitely PvP will come out for sure. And what they are saying is their plan is to allow people to copy their characters from the current vanilla Nostalrius servers over to the new Burning Crusade server. So it's a very important distinction there. This is a copy, not a transfer. So your character will remain on the vanilla World of Warcraft Nostalrius servers, but a clone of the character will be teleported into the Burning Crusade server. So if you want to still play vanilla WoW, you can do so without losing your character, or if you want to move your character or a copy of your character over to the Burning Crusade server and experience that expansion, you can easily do so and you won't lose your character on the vanilla server. So this is definitely a copy, not a transfer. So you'll have two characters, basically two identical characters at the time of the copy, and then after that point they will level and act differently. So they're not linked in any way once you copy them. So what they said about this is this copying, they will keep in mind that they don't want this to impact the economy negatively, so they're going to just kind of think about what they're allowing in terms of this copy. And I don't know if they're really going to keep track of population. I don't know if they're going to limit the time of when the copying is allowed. For example, the server might launch, the Burning Crusade server may launch, and they may allow you to copy the character only for maybe the first month. They haven't said that. I don't know if there will be a limit or not. My speculation is there will be some time frame, maybe even 6 months, something up to that. But eventually I think they'll cut off character copies. So if you're interested in copying your character, maybe now's a good time to start playing on the vanilla servers, start leveling up, and then you can just copy your character over whenever the Burning Crusade server launches. So speaking of which, maybe the most important thing you're probably wondering is, when will the Burning Crusade server actually launch? And they don't have a time frame. So they've said very clearly that they have an internal time frame of some sort, but they won't release anything related to the actual launch date just yet. What we do know is that there will be a public test realm, so a PTR, of the Burning Crusade server. And that actually comes out very quickly. It's coming out on March 6th, 2016. but I'm not exactly sure who all can access it. They didn't clearly state this in their announcement as to how you get into this. They said they were going to allow up to 800 testers, it sounded like, but I'm a little fuzzy on the interpretation of this. So it's very possible that on March 6th, you may just be able to go to the realm list and find it in there, the public test realm, and load it up. I'm not really sure yet. So I definitely will add some annotations to this video later on once I get some information, so you can kind of follow that, and I'll probably release another video making it more clear, especially if there's some complicated instructions to do this. But for now, basically all we know is the public test realm will come out on March 6, 2016, and they said the testing will go in phases of month-long periods. So as far as the official launch, there's no way to know, but my speculation is that the official launch won't come out until very late 2016. I would think very minimum 6 months from now, probably more likely very end of the year, or maybe even very early 2017. But my guess would say safely, I wouldn't say before October 2016 is my completely random speculation. I'm not a developer. I don't have any inside information, but just my hunch. So if it's going to take this long, some of the other things that are going on with this is that they're considering this an open access development. So they basically are saying the project development is open to anyone. Their goal of this is to create, is to make it more user friendly, to create the realm, launch it, and debug things. I don't know exactly what they will allow as far as open access. They do say some of their content will not be shared. So for example, some of the anti-cheat devices that they kind of made on their own, or so they claim, they won't be sharing. But the kind of base development, it seems like, will be open access, so hopefully that will speed up bug fixes. There's one problem with the vanilla servers from Nostalrius right now, is bug fixing is a little slow. I mean, this is a team working for free. We really can't complain too much, but it does take a while. It's definitely true. So we know it's going to be open access to some extent. They also told us they'll be using Mango's core, so this is the newest version of that. It's a very common sort of WoW software used for these emulation servers. And they didn't say if they're actually making new physical servers, so the server that actually hosts the realm. They didn't explicitly state they'll be purchasing new servers, but they kind of hinted towards it that it seems like they will be doing that. And they said the servers will be located at the same physical location as the previous servers. So they will be located in France, is where all their servers are. My guess is they'll almost absolutely pick up a new server or two to host another realm or two. There's no way they're going to use the current servers and just have them handle everything. It's just not going to work. There's already some lag issues on the PvP server as is, so they definitely can't spread that any thinner. So they'll have the new servers, and they're located in France still. They also will have a new team. I mean, they're still working together, but what they said is that there's a team right now working on the vanilla servers. There will also be a separate team, for the most part completely separate, it seemed like, working on the Burning Crusade server. So they'll be sharing resources between them, and they'll certainly have the same forums, same support, everything like that, same infrastructure. But they're going to avoid delaying development of the vanilla servers by getting a new team working on this Burning Crusade server. I'm sure some people working the vanilla servers will transfer over to the Burning Crusade server. They didn't say that, but I'm sure at least some people will be doing double duty here. But it does seem like they're trying to avoid hurting the quality of the vanilla servers by bringing in a new team, for the most part, to the Burning Crusade server. And that new team includes, people to manage things on the website, game masters, developers, all of that. I think they're even talking about a PR person to kind of manage their YouTube and sort of their announcements, and also even just like a translator, because as I mentioned, I think most of these people are in France, or maybe worldwide, but many of them are in France, so they speak English very well, but they're not native English speakers necessarily, so they even have a translator is what they're looking for. So that's kind of basically what's going on with the Burning Crusade server. There's really not much else to add at this time. You can go to their website, the Nostalrius website, nostalrius.org, go to their forums under announcements, you can find everything you need there. But it's actually, I think it's very exciting. I really expected this news about this to come out later this year, before they'd even start working on it. But it seems like things are going really well for them as far as development. They seem very excited about this, and I'm very excited about this. I don't really have a lot else to add. Basically, that's all we have for right now. So keep an eye on my YouTube channel, or of course, probably the best source really is just to go to the Nostalrius forums, keep track of the announcements there, They also have a YouTube channel. You should subscribe to them. They have a lot of good videos on there, but nothing yet about the Burning Crusade server. So if you have any questions, post them below. I'll do what I can to answer them. There's only so much information right now. I mostly just wanted to get this announcement out so people would know what's going on, that there is a Burning Crusade server coming from the Nostalrius team. And probably most importantly, if you want to play on the Burning Crusade server and you want to be level 60 when it starts, when it launches, then now is the time to roll up on the PvP server, maybe the PvE server, but I would say the PvP vanilla Nostalrius server, and start grinding up to 60. Once you get there, you can chill out and wait for the Burning Crusade server to launch, and then just copy your character over and you're good to go. So that's all for today. I hope you found this useful and interesting, and thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.
Fire prop potions if you have it. Use them.
Stay in melee.
Someone get a thunderclap up, mine resisted.
Everyone
Thunderclap.
stay. Good job, guys.
Holy fuck.